Good morning, everybody. Sunday morning from Wildwood in Guerneville, California. Thank you for joining I think it's the first ever Facebook Live stream from Wildwood. So welcome. Yeah, take in the sunlight pouring in from the back of the solarium here. We're in the temple. For those of you who don't recognize this space, this is the main meeting space for the Wildwood Conservation Foundation. And it's always pleasant to come in here in the morning for meditation, for yoga, hugging people when we're able to hug people and touch people again. So my intention for this morning was, of course, to share a little bit of Wildwood with you today and walk around the property so you can see the progress and work that's been done in these last few months. I'd also introduce Wildwood to maybe people who are following us online but who have never been to Wildwood. And to incorporate some breathing and some meditation, because why not, right? That never killed anybody to breathe a little bit more intentionally. So with that, let's all take a breath from wherever you are. And make a sound, if you can, with the exhale. And if you're able to, get comfortable in your chair where you're sitting. Because even though we're not in the same room, we're sharing something of the same experience virtually. So again, let's take a nice big inhale and exhale. Ooh, making a sound. Just to help get grounded and be in our bodies for the time that we're here together. So before I do any more talking and walking, I'll just play a little bit from the bowl and just have a moment to sit with yourself and meditate in any way that feels comfortable to you, just listening to the sound and enjoying the dappled sunlight, and then we'll go on the tour. sharing that with me. And thank you for those of you who are joining right now. My name is Rick Baruta. I'm the Communications Coordinator for Wildwood Conservation Foundation. Wildwood has been closed to the public since last September. And while we've been closed, we've been working on maintenance projects, planning for the land, and preparing to reopen when we can. So in the meantime, I just wanted to offer everybody an update and a chance to connect on this page. And so we could have a visit with each other. Hi, Larry. Hi, Rick. Welcome. Good to see you guys. So this is the temple at Wildwood. If you've never been here before, this is where massage classes and yoga and the meeting space occurs for the groups when they are able to come here. Most groups are, actually some of them are as many as 80 people. So we'll just take a walk through this side of the temple. People are doing laundry, of course. If you haven't been to Wildwood before, this is what the land looks like. It's redwood trees and oak trees and Douglas fir. There are 200 acres on the property here in Sonoma County. And we will, and if there's hiking trails and things like that, which we won't be doing today, but I'll just walk around some of the buildings so you can see what's been going on. If you haven't been to Wildwood in a while, you wouldn't recognize this ramp. So all the sidewalks have been repaved in and among the buildings. So there's now a handicap accessible ramp to the temple, to the parking lot and the lodge, and this is the hot tub spa area that we're walking past right now. To the right is the buildings where the staff live. So there's staff housing on site. If you haven't been to Wildwood in a while, you might not recognize some of the new buildings, which include restrooms, showers, and some extra lodging for the staff. They also have a little garden area to themselves as well. And we'll just keep walking down towards the driveway here, but just past the spa building is the pool, which we'll get to when we find our way back. And I just wanted to show you the new walkways, the lovely walkways that are handicapped accessible from the parking lot. So there's a ramp that leads all the way up. So there's no more inhibition if you need that accessibility. And so we're walking now towards the parking lot and also towards the while Old Cazadero Road is closed, we have a temporary driveway to the property. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you. So glad that you got to be here in 2014. This is the yurt, and we'll take a visit inside. What's new about the yurt is it's been winterized, so it has a hard shell on the outside and windows. It can be heated efficiently in the winter. It has air conditioning in the summer because, you know, in July it could be 100 degrees up here on any given day. So this is an alternate meeting space that has been upgraded, and sometimes people sleep here. They bring their sleeping bags. So again, when there's an event and there's a large group of people and the rooms are sold out, there's a place for people to sleep here. So we'll just take a quick pop into the yurt. And just here's the little bit of the more of the redwoods. There's the three sisters, I believe they've been nicknamed, these beautiful tall redwoods next to the yurt. Good morning to those of us who are just joining us. And then now here's something that you might already be able to notice. You can really clearly see the slope and the hillside. And that's because there's been a lot of work to remove Douglas fir and underbrush and increase what they call defensible space to help preserve the property in case there's a fire. Oh yes, the Michael teachings, Lisa. They're such a you guys are such a wonderful group. It was always nice to have you here. And hope that the teachings of Michael will come back someday when we're able to open. So, yeah, I mean, you can see some of the down trees here, but really what's amazing is you have this great view from the deck here of the yurt. Good morning, Keith. Thanks for joining us. So we're increasing the defensible space around the property. And I'll talk a little bit about the forest management plan in a moment, but that's one piece. Okay, so now we're going to, again, go to the yurt, which has been winterized and insulated, so it can be used year-round comfortably. I don't know what I'm going to find in here because I haven't checked the space out yet. Taking my shoes off before I go in. But so yeah, they put windows in facing the forest. So if you're doing yoga in here, if you're doing meditation, you can connect with the redwoods from inside the yurt. And then there's a couple of windows facing the rest of the buildings this way. So, and this is a lovely room to sleep in. You know, you've got the dome above to let some moonlight in, especially on a night like last night with the full moon, last couple nights. So we'll walk from here towards the other buildings and we'll show you some of the other work that we've been doing to maintain the property while we're closed. There's a nice shot of the lodge from here and that beautiful grand cedar tree on the other side. And here's one of our cats who's come to greet us. Every now and then the cats find their way here and decide to stick around. Good morning. Good morning. You want to say hello? Good morning. Okay, okay. All right. Moving on. It's very quiet this Sunday morning. So if you're participating in the meditation and the breathing, perhaps your intention could be to connect with the sound if the wind is audible in the microphone, and to attune your breath to the wind. Oh, and look who we have here. We have the board president, Wood, just sitting here. You want to greet the fans?
Morning, fans.
So Wood is the president of Wildwood Conservation Foundation, board of directors, governors, what are we?
Board of directors.
Board of directors. So
I'm just getting ready to go mow the lawn down by the homestead. Nobody wants to hear the lawnmower on Sunday morning.
okay. So this is the UTV vehicle that was purchased last year with donations. Thank you very much to everybody who donated towards this project. It's enabled us to maintain the trails and again reduce the fuel load as Wood likes to say. So that's why he was going out there cutting grass. We won't shine the spotlight on you more than you're comfortable with, but if you want to say anything, what would you like to say?
That's what we're doing, is just keeping the place safe and
Okay.
firewood open. The trails are open more than they've been in a long time because we've had time to work on it.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting paradox from being closed from the retreat center.
Okay, good. Good.
But continue on. I'm going to go do my work.
All right, we'll see you later. So when you come to Wildwood, you're greeted by this beautiful gate and walking up this path. Good morning to those of us who are just joining the walking tour around Wildwood Conservation Foundation. So another view of the ramp from the parking lot. So the accessibility issues coming up the hill have been addressed with this beautiful walkway. These are the fruit trees. They're hybrid Meyer lemon, grapefruit, and maybe tangerine, I think, these trees. So we're at the lodge right here, which we'll get to in a moment. I want to turn our attention to the spa area and the pool. These beautiful hand-painted signs somebody made to let people know where things are. So again, if you haven't been to Wildwood in a while, the fence was put up for insurance reasons, so we removed the steps that were here, and then the new entrance to the pool up this ramp next to this retaining wall, which was very hard to dig out and build, I must say. So here's the pool area. You know, people use this area as well during their workshops for either erotic activities or meditation or outdoor massage. Can happen out on the deck here. So pool has mostly been maintained. I think there was a problem with the pump, so we couldn't get the cleaner to clean it. I've been skimming it. The hot tub is in there. I'm not going to show it to you because I don't know if anybody's in there. I don't want to surprise them. But this is the view that you get while you're out on the pool deck, enjoying the scenery, taking in the morning. I love to come out here in the morning, sit in the hot tub and stare at those trees. And of course, to watch the moon rise. The moon will rise up from here and make its way across. There's a lovely old oak tree right next to the guest house. So I see lots of hearts. That's nice. Good morning to everybody. So now we're going to make our way up the steps to the guest house. Hey, Chris, good morning. Thank you. We're not open yet, but this is a teaser so that you don't forget about us when we are ready to open. We're at the guest house. Most of the overnight guests stay here for the workshops, and just pop into a room if you've never seen one of these rooms. They're designed like sort of like a monastery. You have a twin bed with storage underneath and a little shelf, and there's a second twin bed for your roommate. A place to put a few personal things, and then a bathroom. So each room in the guest house for 2 people has a private bathroom with a shower. So if you haven't been in Wildwood in a long time, you may remember that there was no private bathrooms. Good morning, Teresa. There are some rooms with queen size beds and king size beds. Good morning, Thomas. So, we have to dust this out, I think. But this is one of the rooms for couples who want to share a bed. We have a few of those. Also with a private bathroom. If this deck is wider, if you haven't been to Wildwood in a while, you may remember a very tiny deck going around the guest house. This one is much more grand and leisurely. So, oh, thank you, Lisa. So, again, talking about the defensible space around the property, look at how clear this hillside is. We're going to get another view of it later. But a lot of the brush has been removed. Many of the trees that were dead and leaning are down. There's just this gorgeous view from this deck. So if you're staying in this guest house and you want to do some journaling, you can come out here and just stare out into the hills. We're beyond that ridge over there is the Pacific Ocean, 8 miles from us as the crow flies. Also is the town of Cazadero. I mean, I don't know if any of you can remember seeing the neighbor's property from here before with all of the trees that were blocking it. So you're really in for a treat next time you come to visit. Coming around, trying not to get the sun in your eyes here. So because there was a tree that fell, it enabled us to rebuild this side of the deck and build out this little sitting area on the back deck. I'll try to show the view to you if we can get out of the sun, because this is let's see, maybe I have to step into a guest room to do this. Okay, yeah. So here's more of the hillside that's been cleared for the defensible space. And this is Old Cazadero Road, which at the moment is closed because there's... Good morning, Nick. Good, Lisa, yes, there are still deer here. They love to come up here for water in the summertime. And of course, the deer love to come up here in the summertime, and there's things for them to eat as well. But the water is what they come up here for. So this is Old Cazadero Road, which there was a slide, and they're going to repair the road soon. So you can't enter Wildwood from here at the moment. But people do hike up here. So even though they're not supposed to cross the barrier, they drive up the road and then they hike either here or onto the road towards Cazadero for hiking or biking. So we're on the back side of the guest house. Just to turn around so you see the view from this end of the guest house. And then back towards the temple. We're at the temple, heading towards the spa and the pool area. This lovely mural that was painted by volunteers a few years ago. We could sure use that dragon energy right now, couldn't we? So yeah, if you're inspired to walk with me in your mind, or breathe in a way with some intention around connecting with the land, that I was hoping we all might do that. But we'll do at the end, we'll do it, sit together again and do some breathing and meditation when we get to the driveway. So here's the lodge building again. These lovely old grapes on this, I think somebody called them George Washington grapes or Martha Washington grapes. Somebody correct me if you know about that sort of thing. But this vine is very old. Been here a long time. There was a farmhouse up here, and when Wildwood was purchased and began being used for men to come up here to camp and hike and connect with each other, it had been a chicken farm. Farm. The temple was the chicken coop, and so they sold eggs. The farmers sold eggs and chickens. This is the outdoor eating area and the back end of the lodge. These windows, when the sun is on this side, can heat up the lodge very quickly. So that's why you see that reflective material and the garden awning. So you can also, there's a bench here, so you can sit out here and reflect. Plenty of spaces to find to be by yourself, to sit and connect with this view. Good morning, Tessa. Thanks for joining us. We can't wait for you to come back when we're able to open. A lovely olive tree, and of course the cedar tree that we saw from the pool earlier. Here's a grove of redwoods right next to the lodge. Good morning, Erin. I hear a hummingbird. Oh, yeah, it's at the fountain. Can you see it? There you go. The hummingbird is having a bath. I'm just so happy that I can share this with you guys. I think this is the first ever Facebook Live from Wildwood. And I'll do some more while I'm here over the next couple weeks. This is the herb garden. At various points in Wildwood's history, there have been avid landscapers and gardeners, so some of the places are really well established, and things keep changing though. Kuan Yin. Good morning to everybody just joining us. Thank you for joining our live stream and walking tour. Here's a sitting area. Another one. So one great thing about doing the forest management is we have lots of firewood ready for the winter. It does get wet up here. We're walking towards what's now called the O deck, or the observation deck. Some people know it as the smoking deck. I guess there were figs here at one point. We'll see if those trees grow back. There are large fig trees on the property, and there's a video that I'm producing that you'll get to see when we do a tour of hiking the Orange Trail all the way down to East Austin Creek. So again, clearing out all of the extra trees blocking the view. This deck is being renamed the O deck, the observation deck, and for obvious reasons. I mean, look at this. So you can come here again. Lots of places to sit or have a separate side meeting. There's just some of the chairs that are here at the moment. The breeze sure makes it lovely to be out this morning. So we're on the other side of the parking lot where we talked to Wood earlier, and this is where we're in now, is what we call the Upper Grove. So in addition to a guest room, we have tents. Many of the tents have queen-size beds in them, and we put them on these platforms. What a great idea, Tessa. Yeah, instead of using them for tents, you can have separate Lomi stations. I love that idea. Gosh, sleeping under these redwoods is such a gift. I've done it before. It feels like we're at the edge of the world, doesn't it? I probably can't walk out to Julie Andrews Point, but this is as close as we can get to what the view looks like from Julie Andrews Point, a little further away. So this is the driveway to Wildwood. When the road reopens, people will be able to enter the property from here again. So I thought we'd walk down to that road and find a sunny spot, and then we could sit together and breathe for a little bit before we end. We've seen the buildings of the property, and closing the loop here to the parking area. So we'll just walk around the knoll here. I'm sure you'll be seeing some artistic wood hewn benches and chairs next time you visit. We have lots of wood to work with. So if you know anybody who wants to be an artist in residence at some point, send me a message. That's our wood splitter. Again, if you haven't seen the UTV vehicle, this is the vehicle that we purchased last year with funds donated from Wildwood's members and friends. If you donate $1,000 to the Wildwood Conservation Foundation, you are called a friend of Wildwood, and we have events when we're able to have them to honor you for your gift to Wildwood. So we're just walking to the driveway. Oh, I guess we have a neighbor coming up. So as I said, people walk up with the road. So We'll see. Try to keep the stream. I said good morning earlier, but if you didn't see me before, I just wanted to say hi. Hi.
You're so colorful.
Thank you.
I love it.
We're sharing the property with our live stream to our viewers.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Thanks for coming up.
Oh, always. Are you meditating?
So we're gonna try to make it to that sunny spot if the internet holds, and we'll just do a little meditation and breathing together. Thanks for joining us today. Good morning, John. Thanks for joining us. Actually, the view is right here. Why don't we just stay right here? Hey, Gary. Well, hopefully the video will post after the live stream. If you're joining us late, you'll get the whole tour of the property and the update on what we've been doing. What we'll do right now is I'll just put the phone down. I want you to see the view though, so I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. I'll just hold it. Yeah. So I invite you to take a nice, deep, long breath. While we just take in the trees. And make a sound when you exhale. It's good for the vagus nerve to make a sound when you exhale or to hum. It helps your body relax. So thanks for joining me this morning. I'll do more of these over the next couple of weeks, and I'll be posting more recorded videos as well of the trails and the creek and so forth. If you are able to make a donation, we have a PayPal link on our webpage, and I think you might even be able to donate through this Facebook page as well. But from my heart, thank you for joining. Great to connect with you, and we'll do more. Take care. Have a good day.